Hello and welcome. This is Cryptos Chain with simple cryptocurrency news, and today we're going to talk about Kucoin, the SEC, Stellar Lumens, and some news on ontology. Now, let's look at Neo news today. Kucoin announces investment from Neo Global Capital. Let's have a look. Now, we know that Kucoin is a centralized exchange which has a lot of NEP5 tokens as well as tokens that just completed their ICO and got listed on there. Okay, but they are very well known for the NEP5 tokens because that was the one-stop shop for getting Neo blockchain project tokens, so NEP5 tokens, before the decentralized exchanges such as Switcho and Affiliate appeared on the market, right? Let's read right through. So on November 14th, Singapore-based cryptocurrency exchange Kucoin announced its Series A round of funding, of which $20 million was raised from IDG Capital Matriculates Partners and Neo Global Capital, Kucoin, who has labeled itself as the People's Exchange, is aiming to bring cryptocurrency trading on the to the mainstream. CEO of Kucoin, Michael Gann, said in a statement on the investment, the combined forces of IDG Capital, Matrix Partners, and Neo Global Capital will help Kucoin grow substantially, expand understanding and adoption of cryptocurrency for millions of potential users, and help these users more efficiently find the best products available in the crypto world, no matter where on the planet they may exist. Now, the partnership will focus on various areas to promote Kucoin's growth, such as the development of the Kucoin Platform 2.0, increased customer support, and global expansion to target markets. Kucoin will also place an emphasis on research and education, investing into its own blockchain training center to train more experienced staff. Okay, so this is great because we know that customer support for a lot of these exchanges, including Kucoin, wasn't the best. If you've ever contacted customer support at Kucoin, you will get a template, a canned response from customer support most of the time, and unless you reply back with more details, they're not really gonna freehand write an email back to you. It will just be a template, right? I'm guessing they must be flooded with emails, so because of that they're trying to keep it as quick as possible to move through all the possible emails that they've got. Now, Neo Global Capital, NGC, is a Singapore-based for-profit licensed fund management company that acts as an investment platform to empower high-quality blockchain projects. Though NGC is solely focused by the founded by the Neo Foundation, the funds under its management may have other limited partners. Other projects it has invested in include Moonlight, Alchemint, Black Cat, NOS, NKN, Coco, Switcho, Ontology, and many more. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I've covered every single one of these projects which are mentioned. Please do go through my videos to have an in-depth look through each one of these projects if you're interested to find out about them and why Neo invested in them. So I'm going to give you a brief description of each one. So Moonlight, what they're going to do is they're going to be the first token which is basically going to work for contract workers. So if you're a contract worker, you'll be able to use the Moonlight ecosystem, okay, to get paid in LX tokens. That's the ticker symbol for Moonlight. And if holders of the LX tokens also generate gas, which is used which is distributed, within the Moonlight ecosystem. Okay, so any C gas that is distributed will be redistributed back to the LX holders. So literally Moonlight is kind of like a security. It's not registered as a security, but it's kind of like a security. I'm guessing at some point they may register it. Now Alchemint is a stable token. They're still working on their project. They haven't released their token yet. But yes, Alchemint are going to list on Switcho, for example, as a stable token. So Switcho is going to have the first stable token on their decentralized exchange, which is just great news. People can switch back to it in case of a market crash, in case of, I don't know, something. They can use Alchemint as a backup. Now, Black Cat deal with Neo blockchain gaming. Okay, we know that they've been working on Crypto Gladiators. This is an awesome game. Looks really cool. It's still under development at the moment. They have released it, but many things don't really function well, so they're still working on that to improve it. When that comes out, I think it's going to be really good. I mean, when they complete the development on it. Right, NOS. So NOS are going to be like an operating system, kind of like a digital internet. So yeah, let's see how they're gonna do with that. They've recently had a token sale, and they've conducted a token sale via a lottery function. So you had to have registered for them, and you had to have been picked after doing the KYC to be able to get in the to be able to purchase any of the NOS tokens. NKN, new kind of network. They're trying to pretty much do the same as let's see, what are they? Yeah, they're trying to do the same as Elastos, I believe. I can't remember 100%, but I think they're trying to do the same as Elastos, which is another Chinese project, but they have their own blockchain, which is basically to create a decentralized internet. Okay, this is their main vision. Now, Cocos, they've got a really interesting project because they've got like a lot of developers doing blockchain, doing gaming. Okay, so some of their developers are actually behind the Angry Birds game, okay, which is a really popular mobile game which went viral a few years back. And yeah, they're actually going to start deploying blockchain gaming onto the ontology ecosystem. So that's going to be good because that gives ontology more visibility, you know, out there, especially to people that are not in the blockchain space, are not in the cryptocurrency space. Now to move on, Switcho is the first decentralized exchange on Neo. I have done a podcast on them. I have done a demo on them. I've done a lot of things with Switcho just to cover them and to explain to people what Switch are all about. They're an awesome exchange. They're soon going to they're soon going to launch the Callisto update, which means cross-chain, which means that you won't only be able to trade Neo blockchain tokens, which are NEP5, but also Ethereum based tokens, ERC20. So great news for Switcher. That's coming up pretty soon. And also Ontology, I've spoken about them as well. They used to be part of the Neo blockchain. They used to be a token. They came off. They're now on their own blockchain. They've got a similar system as Neo have in terms of staking. Their aim is to have to be able to enable projects or dApps, let's say, to build on their blockchain in a customizable fashion so that basically they can suit their needs, right? So say a project has specific needs which they cannot achieve if they were to deploy a smart contract on Ethereum. If they do that on Ontology, Ontology will give them that ecosystem in which they can customize their needs in the ecosystem to use the Ontology blockchain. So yes, that's pretty cool. And many more, it says, right? So yeah, this is what I wanted to cover on this side. Now to move on, Kucoin claims to have over 5 million registered users and is targeting expansion into Vietnam, Turkey, Italy, Russia, and all Spanish-speaking countries during Q4 of 2018. Kucoin was also the first exchange to offer markets with Neo as a quote currency, and is still the only traditional exchange to do so, with the Switcheo and affiliate decentralized exchanges now also offering Neo quote currency markets. The full announcement from Kucoin on the investments can be found at the link below. So I am going to post a link to the news so you can also go through this too. To move on, let's talk about the SEC. So these are important news that came out today. The SEC, okay, the Security Exchange Commission orders cryptocurrency companies to return money to ICO investors in groundbreaking settlement. Now, a pair of cryptocurrency companies have been ordered to offer money back to investors who participated in their ICOs, which should have been registered with federal regulators, marking the latest move in the government's bid to regulate the often unpredictable and trendy financial market. Now, the two companies, Paragon Coin and Carrier EQ, came to settlements with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and will have to pay fines of $250,000. In addition to returning funds to investors, the two companies will have to file financial statements and other documents that give prospective investors a window into the health of the business, a first for an ICO case. Now, what are the SEC saying? We have made it clear that companies that issue securities through ICOs are required to comply with existing statuses and rules governing the registration of securities. Stephanie Avakian, co-director of SEC's Enforcement Division, said in a statement that these cases tell those who are considering taking similar actions that we continue to be on the lookout for violations of the federal securities laws with respect to digital assets. Now, Paragon, which raised $12 million in August 2017 ICO, uses blockchain decentralized record-keeping technology that is mostly tied to cryptocurrencies to manage supply chain tracking for the marijuana industry, right? Carrier EQ, which is also known as AirFox, and provides financial services in emerging markets, raising $15 million in an October 2017 ICO. The SEC orders don't accuse the firms of fraud, and the companies didn't admit to or deny the findings in the settlement. The SEC found that the company's tokens, the virtual currency used to support the ICOs, should have been registered as securities or investments that will make returns for investors should the companies be successful. So yeah, please let me know what you think. It's interesting to find out that the SEC are really pushing towards this regulation, right? They're really trying to do something. And my guess is they're doing all that to help protect the people. And of course, I'm guessing that they're trying to prepare in actually approving the ETF, because it makes sense, right? They may want to approve the ETF in February next year. So before they do that, they want to make sure that everything is in order. They take care of all these ICOs, which are trying to scam people and steal their money. They're trying to go after decentralized exchanges owners, for example, the CEOs or the core developers that created the decentralized exchange in the case that there's no CEO. And they are trying to crack down on all of them to make sure that they comply. I don't know how they're going to deal with the decentralized exchanges. It could be tougher, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. To continue, Stellar Lumens, okay, surges by 8% because the cryptocurrency got listed on BitHump. This was published 6 hours ago. Now, last week, cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP faced the axe with the prices drowning in the red pond. While all cryptocurrencies are trying to recover, Stellar Lumens is soaring well above Ethereum and Ripple, while BTC is still plunging. Stellar Lumens at the time of writing had a total percentage increase of 8.18% in the 24-hour time frame, and is currently trading at almost 25 cents with a market cap of 4.6 billion. So I'm not going to go read through all that, but basically they're getting listed on BitHump, and it's not only Stellar, it's also Odyssey, OCN. Okay, I have heard of them before, but I'm not entirely sure what this project is all about. But yes, both Stellar and Odyssey. Let's see what happens, because we know that Stellar have this partnership with IBM. Stellar are kicking, they're really good. So big project, but let's see, because them and Ripple are kind of, similar in a way. People do like Stellar more because it's nothing to do with the banks. It's a people's coin, they say. But let's see what happens. And finally, let's talk about Ontology. So somebody posted a reminder. I have done a video on this as well, but this is a reminder on Twitter, and Ontology retweeted it. It's about the Cocos BCX project, which I've just spoken about earlier when I was reading the news about Kucoin. They've got one of the world's largest gaming developer communities with over 1.1 million developers. They created renowned games, including Angry Birds, Clash of Kings, and Badlands. Them integrating with the Ontology network is big news for both projects. So this is great. I just wanted to share that with you. And if we look at the Ontology website, public blockchain projects and DApp list, I have covered some of these. I've done a video on Spox, done a video on Cocos BCX, and we can see they're here, and on Chains of Things COT. So yes, you can see that I am going to do a video on Musica next. I'd like to cover them. I was going to do one on BDN, but it appears that their Telegram group is only Chinese. There is no English version of their Telegram channel. And yeah, it's hard to get information from the community when when there's no community in your language, so it's a bit more difficult. I'm not gonna talk about them yet, maybe at a later point, but yeah, we'll be covering Musica, and yeah, this is pretty much all the news that I wanted to cover for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so that you know every time I post a video. I am going to be doing a podcast with Switcho again on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday this coming week, I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to probably try and do a live stream. I can't promise it's going to work. If not, then I'm going to upload the video as soon as it's over. And yeah, And also, please don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Have a lovely day. Enjoy it. Goodbye.